guilt had eaten me alive. I felt empty, and my stomach was empty. We could go that this planet wasn't breathable for humans. You see, okay. Blue Blood Drops, a short story by Loki Sule. It's been a week since I have been on this planet. However, it felt like I had been here for years. My depression and loneliness only get deeper as my thoughts for survival become more clear. This planet is full of nothing but evil and darkness. I can't believe I lost my partners. We were all fighting in our mechs in space against one of the most powerful beings imaginable. It had been over 10 years since my planet had exploded, and it had been even more than that since the war had started. However, the war in space was finally over. Everyone had died but me. I couldn't believe that John gave his life for me so I could survive. Then my mech crashed down on this planet. I somehow survived, but no one else did. The guilt had eaten me alive. I felt empty. I felt empty, and my stomach was empty. I realized a week ago that this planet wasn't breathable for humans. So there was no way for me to eat. Let's see. There's no way for me to eat. Maybe I should start there. My blue, my neck, the blue star was falling from the sky. There was nothing I could do but prepare for impact. I closed my eyes, still trying to envision my mother, who I hadn't seen since I was a child. But sadly, I can't even remember what what her face even looked like. It's pretty decent, bro, for me to just make it up off the spot. It's pretty good. It looked like I heard the blue star. I tried to move the blue star's arms and legs, but the system had malfunctioned and nothing would work. Blue star. See, I'm good at freestyling, bro. When it comes to stories, I'm good at freestyling when it comes to rap, and then I'm good at freestyling when it comes to just writing stories. And that's why I start telling myself, I'm like, bro, all this stuff, even if it's just short stories, just write it down anyway. You, know, you might strike gold. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? You know. I told myself recently, you guys, that I was going to give it my all and not hold myself back, because I feel like a problem with a lot of us people is that we hold ourselves back. And the thing about me is I know, you know, my sister says it won't happen, and people always tell me it won't happen, but I know in my mind I will become famous. It's just how I feel, bro. And it'll be for something, you know. And even if it's just YouTube fame, that's fine with me. But I know I will become famous, not infamous, famous. I know I'll become famous for good reasons, not negative ones, because my energy is positive. So, you know, I will be rewarded with positivity because I'm putting out positivity. So that's how I feel. And like I said, I just like Gohan. For years, I feel like I've kind of held myself back too much, and I'm like, you have so much power and so much strength. Even in the words that I speak, I have a lot of power, and I know that I'm good at a lot of things. So I'm like, why are you holding yourself back? I was thinking to myself earlier, I'm like, even some of these dudes who are really funny online, I'm funnier than like 97% of them, bro. And I told myself, I'm like, why are you holding it in? Let that shit out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let that shit breathe. You know, let it breathe. What the New York niggas be saying? Let it breathe. You know what I'm saying? For real. It's like all this talent and you just leaving the talent in your body? That's not good. You know? Let's just give oh, it's still alive. Was this a gift or a curse? That rhyme is kind of hard, I ain't gonna lie. Was this God looking out for me? Or the devil wanting me to suffer even more than I already had? That's hard. That's a hard. What even made me think? See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I be saying, don't hold back. Just do everything, because that line is so tough, and I'm just randomly freestyling and creating that. I'm on my Stephen King shit. I ain't gonna lie. Okay. The funny thing is, though, I take advice from all writers. Like, I look at all the different writing processes. Like, I've broken down so many writing processes. Oh, I want to do a segment on that, bro. I want to do a segment where I'm breaking down all the different writing processes that I use that inspire me. That would be freaking fun, you guys. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm gonna do that. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. You guys give me a second. Like, one of the ones that I like always go back to is how Oda creates a story, because Oda from the creator of One Piece, Oda actually does have a writing process. Okay, so I found something on YouTube. I'm not YouTube, on Google, that or not Google, Yahoo. Excuse me. I actually found something on Yahoo that I have never seen before, and it says that Oda, he doesn't plan his major details before his arcs begin. It says instead, Oda has several drawings in his head that he wants to draw. He then weaves his story around these drawings that he wants to draw, and when the right time comes, he incorporates these drawings in the right place. See, now that's what Yahoo is saying, but is it this one right here? There was a post I had seen. I think it's this Reddit post right here, where it literally tells you. It tells you backwards though how Oda probably designs the arc. Is this it? I'm like 99% sure this is it. If it has the pictures and stuff, let me see. Yeah, see, okay, yeah, this is the one. I freaking love this, bro. Okay, so it's like basically it breaks Oda's style down as he has multiple different story arcs and he kind of cycles around them. So he has like a chase arc, a mystery arc, a mission heist arc, a battle arc, and a tower defense arc. And it basically breaks down all these different arcs. and Oda literally does them. He changes them, you know, simultaneously. Like he'll have like the chase arc might be the beginning of one arc, but then another arc it's like the chase part is in the middle, and the heist part is at the beginning, or the heist part is at the end. Like Oda does it like that, bro, and I freaking that's what I really love about Oda. It makes his story feel so much more lived in. You know, let me see. Oh man, I love this, bro. I'm gonna break this down more in another video. I want to have that open for later on. But I'm gonna do my writing right now because I've analyzed so many different writers' writing processes, and I've pretty much put all of them into my writing process, and I constantly rewrite them down because they're so freaking smart to use as a what's the word, as a, like a template. You know, like Oda's style, he has multiple styles at once. It's still him playing 4D chess. And then like Stephen King's style is literally just freestyling a whole story. But I remember Stephen King talking about in one of his interviews to let your characters create the story for you. Let them feel like real people. You know, allow them to create the story. Instead of you trying so hard to create the story, let the characters create it. And I 100% agree with that. You know, he wants the characters to feel so alive that they just create the story themselves. They create the places they go, the places they like, the foods they like, all that stuff. And I feel like Stephen King and me are very similar because it's like I always have all these stories in my head, and I'm just like, I got to a point now where I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna write these things down, even if it's just like this segment here where it's just me sitting down, you know, and hanging out with you guys and just creating, you know, these little short stories and mixing different stories together. But I do want to read what you got. I want to read to you guys what I have so far. Okay, Blue Blood Drops. That's the name of it, which sounds pretty hard. A short story by Loki Sule. It has been a week since I've been on this planet. However, it's felt like I've been here for years. My depression and loneliness only get deeper as my thoughts for survival become clearer. This planet is full of nothing but evil and darkness. I can't believe I lost my partners. We were all fighting in our mechs in space against one of the most powerful beings imaginable. It had been over 10 years since my planet had exploded, and it had been even more than that since the war had started. However, the war in space was finally over. Everyone had died but me. I couldn't believe that John gave his life for me so I could survive. Then my mech crashed down on this planet. I somehow survived, but no one else did. The guilt had eaten me alive. I felt empty and my stomach was empty. I realized a week ago that this planet wasn't breathable for humans, so there was no way for me to eat. Maybe I should start here. My mech, the Blue Star, was falling from the sky. There was nothing I could do but prepare for impact. I closed my eyes, still trying to envision my mother, who I hadn't seen since I was a child, but sadly I couldn't even remember what her face looked like. Emergency was all I heard from the Blue Star. I tried to move the Blue Star's arms and legs, but the system had malfunctioned, and nothing would work. I just knew in my mind that I was dead. I just kept trying to envision my mother, but I still couldn't see her face. Then it happened. I hit the ground. However, somehow, I was still alive. Was this a gift or a curse? Was this God looking out for me, or the devil wanting me to suffer even more than I had already had? That's hard. That's so hard for no reason. That little last line is golden. Thinking of something else. What else am I thinking about? Let's see. Oh, video is at 16 minutes. Okay, I will see you guys in the next one.